Hello everyone. A very good evening and good morning to all. Thanks for joining. We will start our today's session. So today we are starting a new batch for Snowflake Data Engineering, and this is the first session of demo session I'm conducting now. So after the session, if you have any questions, so we will have the question and answer, and please note it down all your questions. Send your questions through chat, or you can note it down in Notepad and ask me at the end of this session. So we'll have the question and answer and I will answer all your questions. So after the session, if you want to contact us, then you can contact me on this email ID or on this phone number. So once again, thank you all for joining. So we will start our session. So this is the agenda for today's session. So first I will explain what I'm going to cover in this particular program, and you can ask your questions in the question and answer. So first I will let me explain about my profile and about the course and what are the prerequisite for the Snowflake training. If you want to take, okay, so if you want to become a Snowflake data engineer, then what are the prerequisite, right? So that we will see, and then frequently asked questions. I have collected some of the questions and I will answer those questions first. So then if you have, on top of that, if you have any other questions, yes, you can ask me. And so we'll see what is Snowflake and why do we need Snowflake and what is the scope for Snowflake. So whether we will get a job in the Snowflake or so what is the scope, right? So for next 5 to 10 years, what is the scope and everything we'll see. So how it differs from other cloud technologies. Okay, so we have the other cloud technologies like AWS, GCP or Azure or any other cloud is coming up and AI is coming up. So how this learning the Snowflake will differ from other cloud technologies as well, and what is covered in this particular training. So what are the different topics to be covered and how it will be benefit, right? So you can ask these type of questions. Yes, I will answer those questions. So these are the agenda that we are going to take. And if you have any other questions, so I will take all your questions at the end of the session. So as of now, I have muted everyone. So to avoid the background noise, if you have any questions, please ask your question through chat. So I will answer every now and then. And so this is about me. So myself, Chandra. So I hope you have come across about me and you are watching, you have been watching my YouTube videos for a long time. And I'm a real-time senior BI consultant. I worked various projects. I started with SQL, PLSQL and Informatica Power Center, Informatica Cloud and other cloud platform as well. So I worked as a BA application lead and BA consultant and Informatica data architect with other cloud platforms as well. So I completed my BE in the year of 2005 and Master of Engineering in 2009 at PSG College of Technology, Coimbatore. And this is about my education background. And I have overall 16 years of IT experience. So I worked two different companies totally. And 10 years I have training experience. So last 10 years I'm working and I'm taking the sessions through online as well as offline. So I have taken various sessions in offline as well as online. Many institute in Chennai and online through Bangalore, Pune locations I have taken. And I worked in banking domain mostly and insurance, life science and telecom domain. So my work experience has 13 years in offshore and 3+ years in onshore, which is not. So currently I'm in Canada. And so you have been watching my YouTube channel, right? For last 5 years, I have this YouTube channel. And as of now, I have 120K subscribers. I worked in various different kind of projects like a development and product and support, tech lead roles and data architect roles as well. Okay, so currently working as a data architect role for one of the projects. And these are my skill set. So I started my career with SQL and PLSQL project. Then I moved to Informatica Power Center. Then after that, I worked in Teradata, IaaS, Informatica Cloud, and Snowflake, AWS, GCP. These are the cloud platforms which we have the same project and a lot of migration project as well. And so right nowadays, a lot of migration projects are going on. So databases, they are migrating from Oracle to Snowflake, and the similar way ETL tools, they are migrating from Informatica Power Center to Informatica Cloud or Azure or any other cloud platform as well. And I worked as a BI apps lead for Tableau and Power BI for quite some time. And I worked previously one of the projects as a Teradata developer where we were moving the objects from Teradata to GCP migration and Azure as well. So these are my skill set. And in Snowflake, yes, Snowflake is our data warehouse environment, the cloud-based data warehouse environment. So where we were working on the migration from on-prem database to Snowflake, the data migration as well as the development projects, the ETL development. And these are the certifications I have completed. So Snow Pro certification I completed last month, June 2025, and 2014 I have completed my Informatica Power Center certification. After that, I completed Tableau Developer and AWS Practitioner as well. So currently I'm working for this Snowflake Advanced level of certification. So that I'm working on that, I will complete. So this Snowflake certification, which I have completed, that is a recertification. So I completed previously 2 years before. Now I have completed the Snow Pro certification. This is my short introduction because you should know that trainer who is going to train you, and most of them are from my Informatica batch and as well as my Snowflake and Tableau Power BI batches. So I appreciate that. So the similar way how we have delivered our content, how I have delivered my content for Informatica Power Center or IACS, the similar way I have developed this particular curriculum, and I completed before taking the sessions. I completed my certification. I did a lot of analysis on Snowflake. So because we are also working on the Snowflake environment, and so definitely my experience will help you to get more knowledge on this Snowflake environment. So this is my short introduction. And about the course, so this course is nothing but Snowflake data engineer role. So Snowflake has various roles, right? So we have AI and ML also, it's coming up nowadays. And this particular program is for Snowflake data engineer role. And so this is the first batch I'm starting now. So that is the weekend batch. As of now, I'm starting. So weekends, we have the 3 days, sorry, 3 hours per day, like Saturday 3 hours and Sunday 3 hours. So whatever we are covering on weekdays, like if you have weekdays in session 6 hours, similarly, we have the weekends as well, like 6 hours. So whatever I'm going to cover. So some of them are from working professionals, and weekdays more difficult for them as per the request ask from most of the candidates. I started this batch for this weekend. So weekend batch. As of now, I'm starting weekend. But if you are looking for weekdays batch, yeah, I will start next month. So August month, I will start weekdays as well. So it may be the morning session or it may be in the evening session. So I will soon announce that. So, but I will start more batches going forward. So this is the first batch, and so this is the weekend batch, Saturday and Sunday, 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. The same time we will have Saturday and Sunday, and so 9:30, and then it may extend up to 10 p.m. as well because it's based on the questions. So whatever the questions the students asking, so based on that it will extend also. And totally, so I focus 60 hours of training. Yes, definitely it will be training sessions plus it is not only I'm going to teach you. So I will give you a lot of exercises. You have to complete those exercises. So then if you complete those exercises, you will get more knowledge. So one way it is not going to happen. So every time I'm going to give you a lot of exercises. Okay. So daily 2.5 hours lecture and question and answer. It will have 3 hour sessions. And so 30 days of Snowflake account for practice. Okay, if you can ask me, so how can I get Snowflake access? So how can I going to how can I practice, right? So we can so for one email ID, so we can create one Snowflake account for practice purpose. It is extendable. Okay, so we can extend another 30 days with another email ID. So that is I will explain. So but whatever we have created the content, like for example, if you have created the objects like tables, databases, or schemas or procedure or task, so that we cannot move it to other account. So that is called migration that we need. But anyhow, so we will take all the whatever we have the DDL and everything, so that we will move it to other account as well. So that is what we will practice. The practice we will have on daily basis. So don't worry, the very similar to our Informatica. So how we have the sessions. So daily we will have the session and question and answer. and I will give you the daily exercises. So if you have, while practicing, if you have any questions, okay, you are creating a tables or so some different objects you are creating, and so whatever the exercises I'm giving you, and if you have a lot of doubts, right? So if you have more doubts, yes, we will have the troubleshooting sessions, and we will troubleshoot it. Okay, if you find any difficulties, for example, you are creating some tables like permanent table, transient table, or temporary table, or any other tables you are creating, and you are going for some time travel or dropping the table, you want to retrieve the table. So all this you need some troubleshooting sessions. You might be getting some issues. So I will help you out to troubleshoot it. Okay, so daily exercise will improve your knowledge. So that is what training will differ from the other training institutes. Okay, so we'll have the question and answer sessions. Yes, we'll have the question and answer always, and I will create a separate WhatsApp group for this particular batch members, and so whatever the doubts they have and all the notification, similar to how I follow the informatic IACS, the similar way I will follow this one. And all the recordings, so whatever I'm doing the recordings, day wise recording, day wise content will be uploaded once after the session completed. Okay, so for example, Saturday, if you are completing by 10 p.m., then it will be uploaded by 12 a.m. Okay, after 2 hours, within 2 hours, I will upload. Then next day, you will get all the access. Okay, so I will show you this LMS portal. It's nothing but learning portal. You will get access to that, and you will get lifetime access all of all the recordings as well as materials. Okay, and if you are looking for any certification, if you are trying to preparing, okay, so you're preparing for certification or you have scheduled certification in another 1 month or 2 months, yes, definitely. So you can join in this particular course, start learning. This is for Snow Pro certification training. Okay, so Snow Pro, right, different certifications are there. So I will explain that. So this particular course is mainly for Snow Pro certifications. It's for the developer, so data engineer. And so I will share the Snowflake resumes. So you need to prepare your resumes and interview documents and quizzes also. So every day I will share that particular day. So whatever the interview questions, so whatever the quizzes you have, so that I have already I have prepared for day wise. So that I will share it with you. So you can go to the quiz and attend the quiz, and that will improve your knowledge on Snowflake. Okay, so this way, and I will engage you more on this. I will make you to practice as well as I will make you to learn. Okay, so that's very important. And project explanation, yes, I will explain. So two real-time projects where we have already worked on that. So that I will explain. The same thing you can explain while you are going for any interviews. Okay, and if you ask me, so any prerequisite. So what are the prerequisite needed for this particular Snowflake? So Snowflake, we need complete knowledge on SQL. So if you know Oracle SQL very clearly, then Snowflake data engineering role is very, very easy. So whatever we are going to do, so that is completely on the SQL knowledge. So if you are planning for Snowflake AI or ML role, for example, artificial intelligence role or ML, okay, so machine learning role, you are planning for in future. So definitely you need to know the Python language proficiency as well. Okay, so at least basic Python knowledge needed. But whatever the transformation logic we are performing, like procedures or any complex queries we are writing, so that is based on this SQL only. So if you have already taken my SQL from my YouTube channel, so that is more than enough to have this Snowflake SQL as well. So anyhow, I will share all the SQL videos. So up to day 1 to day 15 videos, I will share it with you, and that will help you to learn SQL. Okay, so day wise SQL content I will share, and with the notes I will share it with you. So you can start. But one not first week we'll have some questions on SQL as well. So that first SQL we'll start with, and first week, for example, next week I'm starting. Next week I will explain some SQL concept. Okay, these are the SQL concept you have to learn before going for the Snowflake. So SQL is very important. If you know Oracle SQL, so the same SQL we are going to use in Snowflake as well. Like mostly like similar, very. few queries are different. So that we'll learn. And basic ETL and data warehousing knowledge you need. So data lake, data warehouse knowledge is needed. So because here also we are as a data engineer, we are going to perform this particular role only. So we should know. So if you are from already ETL background, or if you are from data warehouse or data lake environment you are working on, then this will be very easy. So we need to learn this how we can work in this Snowflake, right? So that you should know. Basic cloud knowledge, yes, we should know the basic cloud knowledge like AWS, Snowflake, GCP, or Azure. So these knowledges we need. Okay, so anyhow, Snowflake we are going to learn here. AWS, GCP, Azure. So these cloud knowledges, at least. So what is AWS? What is GCP? And so what are the different data warehouse environments are available? And what is S3? So what is GCS? So similarly, what is ADLS? So all this you should know. So because in our Snowflake training as well, we are going to take this AWS and GCP Azure. So from there, we are going to create a pipeline and we will load the data from these cloud platforms to Snowflake as well. So if you go to any real-time project where they are working for any AI and ML model, so they will get data from these cloud platforms. Okay. So from IoT devices, sensors, and mobile applications, desktop applications, we will get a lot of data. So that should be moved to Snowflake for data analytics, for business analytics, as well as A and ML process as well. Okay. So if you have basic knowledge of Unix or Linux, so that should be added advantage because sometimes if your source team is placing the files, okay, so in the Unix box or Linux box, so you have to get into the Linux environment, you have to check the files, and if any issues in the file, yes, you have to go and check what is the issue and all this. So some commands like VI editor commands, all this you should know. So these are the basic prerequisite for this particular training program. Okay. And the system requirement. So there is no much system requirement for this particular Snowflake because Snowflake is fully managed cloud platform. Okay. So in the sense, no need of any software or hardware we are going to install. So just we are going to create a Snowflake account. Then why do we need the system requirement, right? If you ask me, so we are going to create some on-prem databases like Oracle. We can create Oracle 21C or any other databases. So for that, we need some space, okay? Some space or a minimum of RAM. So that need. So if you have minimum of 4 GB RAM or Windows 11 or 10 and 100 GB space in C drive. So if you have, so why do we need this 100 GB space for Oracle on-prem only? But AWS account, Azure account, GCP account, that we will create and from there we will move the data. Okay, we will create a snow pipe. I will create external stage. So from the external stage to we'll move the data to internal by using that internal stage, and then we'll move the data to. So we can use snowpipe and copy also. Okay, so copy command to move the data. So these are the system requirement, but this is system requirement for on-prem database, not for Snowflake. Okay, Snowflake is like a software as a service. So we are not going to install anything. Okay, just we are going to create an account and just we can start using it. Okay. If you have any questions, please ask through chat. So I will take all your questions in the question and answer session. So we will have, I will unmute you. Don't worry. So you can ask the questions. Okay. And so what are the concept? If you ask me, so what are the concept you are going to take in this particular Snowflake training? So these are the concept we have and the cloud native architecture. So that is nothing but Snowflake architecture first we need to learn. Okay. After this session, let me explain that Snowflake. So what is Snowflake and how this architecture, maybe one real-time project architecture, I will give you overall idea. So that will help you. But these are the concept we are going to learn. So here, okay. So overall idea I have given, but I will share the course content. So you can go through that, you will get clear idea. So it's a cloud native architecture. It's nothing but it has the decoupled architecture, storage, and mainly that cluster, right? Compute engines. So it's a decoupled, and because of that decoupled architecture only, most of the companies are moving towards on the Snowflake. Okay. And the virtual warehouses. So I'm going to take. So we have the different t-shirt sizing for this virtual warehouses. So up to starting from XS to 6XL. So those are the size we have. And based on the query processing, for example, you have terabytes of data or you have petabytes of data, you have to apply some aggregations on the tables, and you are performing some historical data load from one particular location to another particular location. Okay, so then it has petabytes of range data you have for some. If you load historical data, it may have 6 months of data. You have to apply some aggregations on top of this data for quarter end results or something like that. And you need the virtual warehouse for computing, right? So strong virtual warehouse we need. So this is not a warehouse similar to our data warehouse. It's a virtual warehouse for computing. Okay. In Snowflake, so we have different kinds of virtual warehouse. We have starting from XS to 6XL. As of now, we have 6XL. Okay, that is this warehouse size. And based on our table size and what is the volume and speed, so what speed we need, so we can choose this virtual warehouse. Okay, and databases, different objects I'm going to explain. So what is the database, and so what are different databases are available. Even in databases also we have permanent and transient. And schemas, yes, we have the permanent and transient schema. And tables also, we have permanent and transient and temporary. And as of now, July 2025, we have 9 types of tables in Snowflake, but out of which we will use 3 types mostly, like permanent, transient, and temporary tables. And sometimes we will use external table as well. So those concept I will explain very clearly, right? And the importantly, we have A and ML. So it's nothing but everywhere it's AI is coming up, right? So are we going to take any AI? So I will take one session on AI. So this particular how Snowflake with work with AI, and a lot of advancement projects is going on with Snowflake in AI and ML also. So I will explain that. So what is this Cortex and the AI agents? So how it will be used in the Snowflake environment. So that also I will explain that. And here we have the storage. Storage is very important. So storage and compute is decoupled, right? So for example, I need more storage. Yes, I can increase the storage. It's highly scalable. Okay. Scalable. You can do the scale up and scale down also. Similarly for compute engine also, you can do a lot of storage. So I want to store structured data, semi-structured data, and unstructured data. So unstructured data is nothing but, so I want to load some audio file, video file, all this. Yes, I can do. So if you are getting any JSON files or XML files or Avro files, Parquet files, ORC files, these kind of files from any cloud platforms. Okay, so for semi-structured data, so that can be stored and processed within this Snowflake. So that as well I will explain, and how it will be encrypted and managed by Snowflake. So it will be, so all the files will be micro partitioned, and the tables are micro partition and cluster. So how it will work, so that I will explain. And ELT, okay, so because, so previously we have seen in Informatica, we have seen ETL process mostly. So we will do transformations in the ETL tool, right? But in Snowflake, most of the transformation will perform within the Snowflake itself, either by using SQL, that is nothing but procedure we can use, or we can use any external ETL tools, maybe like a Informatica also, Informatica Cloud we can use, right? So most of the project Informatica Cloud with Snowflake, we are working on that. And you can use dbt also. So dbt is nothing but a data build tool. So where we can perform, it's like another similar to our IACS, similar to other ETL tools. So for example, if you have ADF, right? So ADF is Azure Data Factory. So there also we can perform some ETL, right? So here also we can perform ETL. So that as well I will explain. So we will load raw data into our Snowflake. After that, we'll perform some transformation logic. Okay, so that is ELT logic. So that as well we'll see. And it's a multi-cloud and cross regions. So because Snowflake is a software as a service, they will not own any resources. Okay, so they will operate on top of AWS or Azure or GCP resources only. So this concept I'll explain. The architecture wise I'll explain you. Don't worry. So you will get clear idea about this multi-cloud and why they are using that other cloud platforms, why they are not using their own cloud platforms, right? So we'll have different editions, Snowflake different editions, so different pricing model. and those things I will explain later. And micro partitions. Okay, so how the micro partitions will work in Snowflake, the tables like batch by batch, we are moving the data. Okay, so maybe the data ingestion, we will continuous data ingestion or batch data we are moving from the source system. So that will be converted into multi batches and so divided into multiple partitions. So like partitions, micro partitions, and it will be compressed and it will be processed in Snowflake. Okay, so for optimized query performance. Okay, so that there are a lot of options are available. Okay, so we have the time travel. So for example, if you have created permanent table, so that we have based on the editions. Okay, so if you have enterprise editions, it has 90 days time travel snapshot. Okay, for example, before 30 days, so what is the status of that particular customer or that particular account? So everything you can see. Or for example, unknowingly we have dropped the table. Okay, so truncated the table. Sometimes happens in our real-time project as well. Somebody has created and developed the truncate and load and deployed the code into production. It has truncated a lot of data in the production. Okay, existing data as well. So then we have this particular time travel facility to travel up to 90 days we can do. So this is for this enterprise editions, and even we have the fail safe. So even if I want to go beyond 90 days, I can go with 70-day fail safe option also. So I have to contact the support team, so Snowflake support team, then I can get this fail-safe option as well. So these concept I will explain later, but this fail-safe option is available only in the permanent table. So not with transient table or any temporary tables. Okay. A data sharing, so it is applicable in Snowflake. So we can share our data with among all other customers. Okay, within Snowflake, that particular account. For example, we are working for one telecom company or some other banking company. So within that, we'll have a lot of business users. So whatever the tables I created, I have to share that particular table data to some other accounts. Yes, internal accounts, I can share it. So without copying anything. Okay, so here we have so zero copy cloning. Okay, so we need data for some other purpose. So no need to do any data copy, just to clone it. Okay, so clone it and then we can use it. So that as well I will explain. And most importantly, we have the snow pipe. This is one main features which is available in Snowflake. So we have to do the continuous data ingestion from a lot of cloud storages. Okay, so AWS or AWS or Azure or GCP. If you get data from a lot of IoT devices or any other devices, so we have to move those data to Snowflake for A and ML process as well as business analytic process. So for that, we have to continuously move the data. We are going to see the Snowpipe as well. And so we'll see the semi-structured data. So we'll see three kinds of data as well. Okay, so structured data, we'll have the files in CSV files or TSV files. And semi-structured data, we'll have data in XML, JSON, Avro Parquet file, and ORC file. These files, okay, it can support data load can support 6 different file systems, and that as well we'll see. And if you have any other data, so for example, if you have image or audio or video or document or logs, anything, so we will create internal stage or external stage, and we'll use put command or snow pipe, and we'll move the data into Snowflake. After that, we'll process it. So that as well we see. And access control and security. So here we will use RBAC. So it's nothing but role-based access control. So that model also I'll explain that. Okay, so how we will create a user account. So what are the different accounts are there? Because if you are going for any certifications, so a lot of questions they will ask in the certification. Okay, so these are the major concept I'm going to explain. And for all the concept, so we have so completely I prepared day-wise content. So these are the content I'm going to explain you. For example, introduction to Snowflake. So I have this. Okay, so I'm going to explain this snowflake. So what is the snowflake and why do we need the snowflake? All this. Okay. So completely I'm going to explain. So what about this architecture? Okay, so whichever I explained, right? So that I'm going to explain. Okay, so this is what you'll have on daily basis. So for daily you will have this kind of the notes. Okay, notes as well as everything. For example, I want to know about snowflake table types. Yes, you can go and then you can check, okay, so what are different table types are available and so I will give you some exercise on the table types, interview questions and quizzes for that particular table types as well. Okay, so each day this is what we will have. For example, if you want to know, so how many table types we have, and this is what I will explain. Okay, so we have nine different table types we have, and these are the tables. Okay, so how we are going to see that, and as of July 2025, we have nine types of tables, okay, in Snowflake: permanent tables, transient, and temporary. These tables only, these four tables we will use mostly, but other tables, yes, we have the table types, so that we can use it. Okay, so this kind of so because this is not only theoretical we are going to see, so practically we are going to check all this table creation and everything. So that I will give you the exercise and I will give you the interview questions and everything. So this is what I have created the notes for all the topics. Okay, so once you get into the training, you can see that all the okay, so all the topics whatever I'm going to cover. So here we will create a trial account. We will see that what is snow site, snow SQL and everything. So what is the different Snowflake editions we have and pricing models, and how we will load the data manually by using snow site, or how we will create the pipeline. Okay, so different type of stages, like we have the user stage, table stage, and named stage. So that we will see, and command line prompt as well. Okay, so how we are going to use, if you are using uh, MacBook, yes, you can create Snow CLI also. So you can create a command line interface. So we can load the data. So that as well, we'll see how to do that, and how to create a command line prompt interface here. And from that command line, how to load the data to Snowflake. So that I will see. And what are the different validation errors? Okay, so how the constraints will be used, how the primary key enforced or it is not enforced, or what are the different constraints we have, and what are the different validation errors that we'll see. All this we'll see. So what is that retention? So what is the, based on the additions we'll have the retention and time travel and fail safe. So everything we'll see in detail. And CDC, okay, change data capture, so that we'll see, and streams as well, and zero copy cloning. Okay, so cloning is very important. Data load and unload. So both you will see. So data load and unload concept as well, and how to create a task. So because so we can use third-party scheduler in Snowflake, but sometimes we'll use Snowflake task as well to schedule the jobs. Okay, so whatever. So because if we have any centralized job, okay, scheduler, yes, you have the Airflow or any other scheduler we have. So we can use that schedulers to schedule this Snowflake job as well. But internally, we have the task, and within the task, we can create a scheduling. So that we are going to see, and how to use the micro partitioning. Okay, how the tables are micro partitioned, and what are the performance improvements are there in the micro partitioning and pruning. So all this we'll see, and clustering. Okay, so how the clustering will take care, performance tuning. We will create a AWS account. We will work with CSV file and create a pipe and load internal stage and external stage. So that as well we'll see JSON file, Parquet file, and similarly you can do with Azure as well as GCP. Okay, so that as well I will take data masking and how to create a snow pipe and caching. Okay, so we have the caching, different options are there. Snowflake constraints, data sampling, data sharing. So how can I share the data among multiple accounts, and views. Okay, so views, materialized views, and SCD implementation, and stored procedure. For example, if I want to build ETL within this particular Snowflake, yes, I can use stored procedure. So how we are using Glue, or how we are using AWS, we have the Glue, or ADF we are using, or using PySpark, all this, right? So similar concept we can do by using stored procedure as well. Okay. Snowflake Data AI Cloud. So because this is the one advancement it's coming up now, so that as well I will explain. Okay, so what are the we have the a snow park we have, right? Snow park we have, or we have the some model inference how they are doing it, and how the Cortex engine will work. So all this I will explain. Okay, so this one. And interview question and answer, I will share all the interview questions and answers. So day wise as well as complete interview question sample resumes. And if you are going for certifications, yes, I will give you the certifications, some sample question and answer I have. But if you are planning for certification, I prepared some document for Snowflake certification as well. So what are the different certifications we have, and what is the different cost for certifications and everything. Okay. So what is these are the new certification. It came now. If you are planning for generative AI or Snowpark, these three certification for like advanced specialty certification. Okay, specialty certifications we have, and these certifications for AI. So if you want to become AI or ML engineer, yes, you can go for this certification. Or you want to go for any role-based certification, you can go for some advanced certification also. You want to become architect, data engineer, or a data scientist, or administrator, or data analyst, right? So you can start with Snow Pro certification. Snow Pro is for basic, and after that, after completing Snow Pro, you can go with data engineer certification or data architect. Even if you are going for data scientist, you can go with. Or if you want to go for one particular, okay, I want to become this master in Snow Park only, so I can go for the Snow Park. Okay, these for AI, generative AI, we have the Cortex, right? So Cortex data AI engine we have, and AI agents we can create, and it will use a lot of LLM, so large language model. So it will use large volume of data and then it will process ML model. So how we are going to use that? So that as well I will explain here. And these are the certification we have, and I will give you overall idea. So what is the different three kinds of certification we have, and how are we going to prepare for that certification? Okay, Snow Pro core certification only we are going to see. Okay, for this particular training, it's mainly focused on this course certifications. But after completing that, you can go for role-based certification. It's nothing but advanced certification. Okay. And so I will share this details as well. So these are the options and the documents I'm going to share with you. And project explanation. Yes, we have the project explanation that I will cover with the DBT, and so IACS, Informatica Cloud, and the Snowflake process procedure as well. Okay. So these are the things I'm going to cover here. And I already completed my certification, so that is very important, right? I already completed this recertification recently, last month, June 25th, I completed, and so I'm working on this role-based certification as well. Okay, so soon I will complete. And so if you are planning for certification, yes, you should complete it. Okay, so it's very easy. So you can, if you prepare all this concept very clearly, then you can write the certification. Okay, so without anyone's help, you can take that certification. I will share my knowledge as well. So how I prepared and what are the different documents I prepared, and you can go with this certification as well. Okay, so before you go for any training, so check for some, okay, so what is the knowledge of the trainer and how he will deliver the content to you, right? So that is very important. So please be aware that, okay, so how, from where you are getting training. Okay, so that is important. And these are the topics, right, I am going to take. And if you ask me, so these are the main concept I'm going to take, and I will explain some basic questions, right? So you might be getting some questions. So that I will explain. Then I will go for your participants' question as well. Okay. And so if you ask me, this is the most frequently asked questions whenever I start my training, right? So I start my training in Informatica or any other Azure or any other Snowflake. This is the question is coming up, right? So AI is increasingly become relevant everywhere, right? So it's everywhere if you go, in service-based company, product-based company, even everywhere they are saying that whenever they are releasing a new product, new system, new phone, or new computer they are releasing, so everywhere they are saying that it's AI compatible, right? So in that case, so if we are not AI compatible or we are not learning new concept, and definitely will not be there in the market, right? And how the learning Snowflake is secure my job. So that's very, very important. Even if I want to stay my job in next 5 years or 10 years, yes, I have to upgrade my skill set. So otherwise, so now AI is coming up. So next 1 or 2 years, if you are not scaling up, and definitely they will replace us. then how the Snowflake is going to help us, right? Snowflake, we are not going to use we are not going to prepare AI ML model, okay, with Snowflake, but we are going to use Snowflake data for AI and ML model, okay? So absolutely learning this Snowflake is relevant for AI because AI needs some data, right? So needs data, not like a simple data. It needs huge volume of data, right? For all the LLM model, like a deep learning, like NLP you are going for, or you are going to create some supervised learning, unsupervised learning. For all this, you need data in one single place. This Snowflake can handle all the data for data analytics, business analytics, as well as AI and ML models as well. Okay, so AI needs more data. That is what the Snowflake is, where the data lives. Okay, where we are using that, and we are the AI models. Yes, in Snowflake as well, they are working on very aggressively on AI models, creating that, and we can create a dashboard as well. Okay, so by using Snowflake, so how we are creating dashboard in Power BI, Tableau, and Looker, QuickSight, all this, right? So similarly, we can create a dashboard in Snowflake, and it's a new feature they have added. So that dashboard you can share it with customers, okay, business users. You can share it. This is for BI analytics, and this is for A and ML process. And large language model, yes, we have different language models. Like you can go for, so it cannot replace with any AI or ML models. We have, if you go to any Python, okay, so you have some PyTorch, or we have some other models, right? We have TensorFlow, all this we have, but Snowflake is not going to work in that way. But to for those models, we need data. So this is the platform we are going to have, and how we in our Informatica we have the Claire GPT, right? So we have Claire GPT. Microsoft, we have the Copilot. Similarly, we have a lot of AI they have created. So for Google, we have the Gemini. Similarly, for other platform they are creating, right? OpenAI is coming up, and how we have the Chat GPT. Similarly, in IACS, we have the Claire GPT. The same way, this Snowflake, they created the Gen AI is nothing but the Cortex engine. Okay, so Cortex agent we have. So with that, we can create a lot of analytics. Okay, the customer they can create. For that, we need a lot of data. Okay, Snowflake is one of the leading modern data platforms for strong processing. Okay, storing the data, that is what storage we'll use, and processing we'll use, and we'll manage it. To whom? For the business users, for BI, right? Business intelligence as well as artificial intelligence. So managing the data. So why the reasons why the Snowflake has strong core? So if you take Snowflake, their site, so as of now we have 12,000 customers. Okay, 12,000 customers. They are using Snowflake for their data warehousing. Okay, including very big companies in US. So I will share that details as well. You will get clear idea. So how the companies are using Snowflake. You can go to that site, you can check it. So for their data warehouse and AI and ML model, they are using Snowflake only. So if you are a Snowflake developer, if you know this all this concept very clearly, so definitely you'll get job in this AI and ML project as well. Okay. So we are not going to create AI and ML model. So AI data scientists, they are going to create. For them, we are going to collect the data from various places and we are going to make them data available. Okay. So that's what we are going to do as a Snowflake developer. And AI and ML integration, data engineering with AI workflows we can create, and massive ecosystem. So Snowflake is like growing a lot, and then there we have the complete ecosystem developed on cloud platforms, and the most importantly, low code and no code only. Because so whatever the ETL we are creating, so VTL we can go for some other tool as well. And the only thing SQL, okay, so the SQL is important. So here we are not going to use any Python coding or PySpark coding something. So everything is like a low code and no code enablement only. And data collaboration with marketplace, so that we can perform. Okay, we can share the data across the account and outside as well. Okay, so we can create external tables and access those data also. And strong job market. Okay, if you want to become a data engineers, ETL developers, data analyst, BI developers, cloud architects and ML ops, right? So machine learning operations or data ops engineers. So this particular Snowflake is out for you. Okay. So you are working in data or BI analytics project. Yes, Snowflake definitely 100% worth to learn. And you want to become data engineer, so definitely you can go with. So you are an AI and ML developer or analyst. Yes, you can work on this Snowflake as well. You can learn the Snowflake because Snowflake is going to give you the data. You are in cloud or any other integration platform. You are going to work on this integration development work, and definitely this will also help you. Okay, and you are going to work in front end, that is not necessary. So because front end we are not going to use Snowflake. Okay, so these are the options. Definitely you should know this concept very clearly because AI is coming up, and learn this, so definitely it will help you. Okay, and if you ask me the other questions, okay, so how the AI data cloud, so Snowflake is now it's coming with the word called AI data cloud, right? So what is that AI cloud? How it will be used? And what is AI cloud? Okay, so if you ask me, so Snowflake can process huge volume of unstructured data also. Okay, it can process the unstructured data as well. Also, it's nothing but you have the audio files, video files. So where we are collecting, okay, social medias. So where we are collecting all kind of data, right? So even if you go for any image file, audio file, video file, documents in PDF, and you have some web logs, click streams, okay, cookies you are collecting. So all this information, so we can process it. So process for compute, okay, compute engine. So that's what the cluster we will use. So cluster is nothing but compute engine. So store the data, you can store it. Okay, so if you want to increase the storage, yes, you can increase the storage. So that is decoupled. But if you go to any other cloud platforms, like you can ask me one question, okay, the same data warehouse is there in AWS and Azure, and we have in GCP also, right? So how it differs then? So there it's a compute and storage is coupled one, okay, with other services also. But in Snowflake, it's a decoupled, and based on our requirement we can use, and cost will be very less. Okay, so that's what they're the based on the cost also cost optimization they're going for this kind of tables, and compression we can use and develop and generative AI applications and optimize ML model workflows within one platform. So we can generate our own Gen AI model. Okay, so development we can do by using Snowflake. I will show you in the Snowflake Snow site as well, web UI as well, so that you will get idea. So where it will be used. And if you go to this, you can easily analyze your structured data, semi-structured data, and build data agents. So data agents with Cortex AI. So we have the Cortex AI, and that we can perform. Okay, so this is what we can use, and AI models we can create. So now they are in Snowflake, they are coming up with this Cortex AI and Snowpark ML also. So this is for A and ML models we have. And if you have different kinds of source data, so we can do data ingestion, data transformation, data governance, analyze and collaborate within this Snowflake data AI platforms, and you can give the data to the customers. The customers are from BI, okay, business analytics, like business users you have, like VPs, and we have the CEOs and other senior manager on the business side, okay, company side. So you can create some dashboard, you can share it with them within Snowflake itself, or you can use external dashboard. Okay, for example, Power BI or Tableau you can use, or you can use Streamlit to create some app development also. Okay, so if you see customer 360 marketing, investment analytics, fraud detection, and so clinical analytics, so claim processing, lot of analysis. Okay, these are the use cases in real time. So they will use it. And how this Snowflake entirely will be used. So data and model governance, right? So it's nothing but we can use data storage and data governance we can use it. And AI infrastructure it's giving you because it's a container runtime. So we can use the virtual warehouse and GPUs, the compute processing we have, and it will use the GPU and generative AI. So it's nothing but Cortex AI we can use, and machine learning. So Snowflake ML we have, and app development. So we can use app development by using Streamlit notebooks. We can create a notebook jobs and we can use it. And Snowflake intelligence. So how we have the business intelligence, artificial intelligence. Similarly, we have the Snowflake intelligence. We can create dashboard and everything. We can share it. Okay. So these are the app development we have. So different layers in Snowflake. And how does the Snowflake differs from other cloud platforms? So that's what I explained, right? So if you take AWS, in AWS we have Redshift, the data warehouse, right? And Azure, so we have Snaps Analytics. So we have the Snaps, we can use it. And GCP, we have the BigQuery. So we can use the BigQuery. But these platforms, it comes with compute and storage is coupled one. Okay, so we cannot segregate in this service. We cannot segregate. But again, AWS, Azure, and GCP also it's booming up, and so definitely A and ML projects they're using these platforms only. But Snowflake on top of any one of the cloud providers, we can create an account, we can start using that. So Snowflake internally, they will use these storage, these resources, they will create the objects like tables, databases, and everything. So that we may not know, but in the internally, Snowflake will take care. So so that's the reason we can perform within the Snowflake itself, A and ML model, everything we can perform. Okay. Companies started using based on the cost also started using Snowflake. Okay. And zero copy cloning, time travel and fail safe, Snowpipe, data sharing, and semi-structured data, unstructured data, Snowpark for Python and Java. So these concepts are there. So that's what it differs from other cloud platforms. Yeah. So if you go to any real-time projects, so definitely they'll use AWS, definitely they'll use Azure, GCP, along with they will use Snowflake as well. So it's not they are not going to use only one cloud platforms. They'll be using other cloud platform as well, right? And so if you ask me some questions, okay, can I complete certification after completing this course? Yes, you can complete that Snow Pro certification, Snow Pro course certification. So for that, I will give you all the materials and question and answer everything. That's the sample questions. Whenever you are preparing for each day topics, so prepare with that certification questions as well. Okay, so then no need to prepare separately for certification. So that will be covered here. And what are the topics covered? So that I explained already. Is the programming knowledge needed for this particular Snowflake data engineer role? For data engineer role, there is no need of Python or Java. Okay. If you are going for any A and ML, okay, as a engineer, then you should know this Python. Okay, at least some Python knowledge because we are going to create ML model, right? So we have the LLM. It's nothing but large language model. Within that, we'll create NLP and we can create a deep learning and a supervised learning process, unsupervised learning process. We have to give enormous data to those learning models. So it will learn from the model and then it will create the question and answer, right? So everything it will generate. So that's what if you are going for A and ML, okay, then focusing, then you should know this Python and Java. But otherwise, data engineer role, no need. For A and ML team, we are going to give the data. Okay, so please remember business intelligence as well as AI, okay, artificial intelligence. For both of them, we are going to give the data. So that's what the Snowflake stands out. And I am from non-IT background, or production support, application support, any other background. I have some IT experience priorly with some other domain or other technology. Can I learn the Snowflake? Yes, definitely you can learn. So we have a lot of openings. Okay, so that I will give you. You'll get clear idea. So what is the package I can get? So if you ask me salary package, it depends on your current package and your experience. Okay, how many years experience and which company you are jumping. Okay, like it's a product-based company, service-based company, it differs. So mostly like your experience into 2.5 to 3 that you can put. But so think about upskill your knowledge. Okay. Because whatever you are learning today, definitely it will help you tomorrow. Okay. So learn it today, then everywhere it's AI is coming up. So please scale up. Okay. So are we getting calls for Snowflake? If you ask me these questions, yes, definitely I can say we are getting calls. So you can go and check in any job portals. If you see this Naukri.com, so we So today, as per today, so we have these many jobs is coming up, but it's not all relevant to Snowflake. You can check it here. Okay. 5 days ago, they posted, these are the 3 to 8 years Snowflake developer, right? And HCL, they posted like 1 week ago, like Snowflake data engineer role and Snowflake developer, right? 2 days ago, they posted, and they're expecting like Snowflake, SQL, ETL, software development lifecycle, agile methodology, Hive, Python, and Oracle. Okay, so Python is for some, they will ask some basic questions. Some company will not ask Python. Okay, but here if you see Snowflake data engineer remote role, immediate joiner. So, but please remember, most of the companies will prefer immediate joiner only because they should they should start the project immediately. Okay, because if you are going for after 3 months, then 3 months the either the associate is not joining, or they have to fill the positions soon. So that's what they are looking for immediate. And you can see Snowflake, DPT you have, and Tableau, AWS data. So everything is like a data related skill set only, right? So we have the Kafka, maybe it's for streaming the data. They're using Snowflake SQL. This is nothing but Snow SQL. GCP, they might be using GCP also. Google Cloud Platform, Snowflake, a senior role. There is you expecting SQL. Okay, like this is the role they're expecting. So a lot of positions are there. Don't worry. 4 days ago, 3 days ago, right? So you can check it. You do some research. So here TCS is hiring for Snowflake data engineer role, 4 to 9 years with DPT data build tool, and 4 days ago. So anyhow, I'm going to cover DPT also. 5 days ago they put, so only 4 days, 5 days ago, these many jobs are there. Okay, so don't worry about the job openings. A lot of job openings coming up with AI and ML project as well. Okay, with you are working on this cloud platform, right? See Snowflake data build tool, and we have the Azure, right? So both cloud platforms we are using in single project. See, 2 days ago, 1 to 5 years, Bangalore. So you have this way, a lot of projects are coming up. 1 to 5 years. So 1 year experience also they are taking. Okay, 5 to 10 years, 6 to 11 years. So you can have 1 day ago, few hours ago. A lot of openings are there. You can check it. So see, if sometimes if you go inside, they will be giving some email ID also, right? So you can go and post it. Okay, so here, see, they have given email ID also. Please share your email 1 week ago, Hexaware. If you go inside, you can check in this way. So once you have get all the knowledge, so go and share the your profile to him definitely. So it's a data engineer role. Okay, so data engineer role in Hexaware, right? So they are expecting some Python knowledge. Any ETL tool, or any ETL tool. If you are saying that okay, I have experience in Informatica, yes, they can completely they will take, right. So because they that knowledge we are going to work in DPT or any other ETL we are going to use it. Okay. So data engineer role only they are expecting more. Okay. Snowflake developer, data engineer, everything's like 1 week, 4 days, 1 day ago only. It's not like previous jobs. You do some research on this platform. Okay. Job profile. So here you can go, or you can go and do some research on LinkedIn also. Okay. So here they are expecting Informatica Cloud. So in Snowflake and IACS developer with Hexaware, right? So they are expecting Snowflake with the ADF. They're expecting Azure. We have Azure Data Factory, and that ETL knowledge will be helpful. Whatever we have learned in Informatica Power Center, so that will also helpful for you. So these are the requirement we have. So if you go and check, you will get lot of opportunities in Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad, these locations, Pune, these locations. So based on your locations also, you can check it here. Okay. So Bangalore we have, Hyderabad we have, Pune we have, Delhi we have. So locations and remote jobs, work from office, hybrid. So remote jobs. So this way you can check it and apply for that. Okay. So definitely you'll get. So don't worry on that job part. So you will get it. Okay. And if you ask me, so how many companies are using? That's very important, right? So how many companies are using this Snowflake? As of now, Snowflake, we have 11,000 customers. Okay, you can go to this link, you can check it. So how the snowflake.com customers are, you can go for any other site also. Okay, so Canva is using Snowflake. You can use Honeywell, Disney is using Snowflake, OpenAI. So definitely ChatGPT also they are using this Snowflake only for data storage, and they have created data model, the ML model, but they're using Snowflake for the data storage might be, or data analytics they might be using. If you go to this particular site, so you can see that more companies also. So you can go and check. So how the companies are using. 11,000 companies are using Snowflake, and why we will not get the opportunity, right? See, these companies are using. These are real-time data. It's not like uh, these customers are using that Snowflake, okay, as their platform. Okay, you can check it if you have some time. So please go through the site. So you can check it here. So how these are the research you do it. Okay, how the companies are using now, and so what is the scope for us? Most of the US projects is there with Snowflake only. You can check it. So you do some research and you will get clear idea. So how the companies are using a Snowflake as the one of the platform. If you go one inside, you can see they are using data, AI data cloud, right? AI data cloud. So for their process. For that, we need data. As a Snowflake data engineer, we are going to collect the data from various sources. We are going to load it into Snowflake, and that will be used for AI and ML engineers to create generative AI models. Okay, so that's what it will be used. You can go ahead and then you can check it here. So how the project we are using. Okay, and if you ask me that, okay, so what are the different other companies also, you can check their quarterly result also, Snowflake quarterly result. So you can check it here. So 34 percentage year on year growth. So 34 percentage growth, and you can check it here how many customers are there. So you do some research on this real time data, and you will come up with, okay, some, you will have some confidence. Okay, so learning the Snowflake, so definitely it will help you. So 11,578 customers we have as of now. It's like a growth we have, and A and ML adoption. So 5,200 customers they have this they adopted this A and ML everything, and we are they have 34 percentage growth. Okay, this particular performance, and 26 percentage already they they created it. So you can check their financial, uh, how they are performing. In that basis you can check. That's what you have to do some research, right? So if I'm learning this particular tool and how many customers are using, so how will be the scope and everything you should know, right? So these are the things you can do some research, and you can come up with your ID, your data, so that will be useful for you. And certifications, yes, I told you can have this certification, Snow Pro core certification, specialty certification, or advanced certification. It will have mostly Snowflake certification. It will have 100 questions, 2 hours we have to take, and 75% we have to take. Okay, 750 score we have to take minimum, and duration is 1 hour 20 minutes. And if you have any questions after that, so if how can you register for the training? Okay, so training we are going to take from next week Saturday. I'm going to start. So if you want to connect with me, so you can connect. You can write email to this particular email ID, or you can connect to this WhatsApp, or you can go to this website. You can check. So this is a course you can do, or LinkedIn profile or Instagram profile. So this is the contact details I will share. And before that, so I'll explain how we will provide you the course content and everything. So this is the LMS portal you have. Just you after you join the course, you will have access to this my enrolled courses. So just to go to this enrolled courses, you will see that. So this is the enrolled course you will get. For example, once you have enrolled for this course, you will have this in your enrolled courses. Just to go inside, you can access all the daily recordings. For example, I will explain. This is the first day we have, and I'll explain for Informatica Cloud training. So I'll go inside this particular training. So this is what you will have daily basis. Okay. So you'll go to this session recording 1 to 10. So then you will have this one. Okay. For example, course introduction, IAC secure agent, how to create. Okay. So what are the different we have? So everything I explained here. Okay. So how to create. So like this, we'll have the day-wise content. For example, I'll go to one particular, okay, so one particular day-wise content. I'll go inside. So you can check here. So this is a IAS secure agent. So you can watch it. Okay, you can just click on that. You can watch it here. Okay, so you can watch any number of time and a number of time. And if you go down, you can click on this download button. So if you click on this, you will get all the links as well. So day-wise content I have posted here. For example, project level sessions. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have taken, and most of them from Informatica batches. You are from Informatica. You know right already. So how we will provide the content. Similarly, I'm going to give you. For example, if you take one content, you will have all this content. Okay, so day-wise exercise. So I want to do some exercise. Okay, in this particular topic, go here. You will have exercise here, session notes, session files, and whatever I have taken, everything will be there here. Okay, what are the exercise? You can open this file and you can open this file, you can get it. Okay, so this is what I'm going to give you daily wise content. So daily you have to practice it and you have to share your progress. So that you have to give. And for example, day 21 to 30, I have everything. Okay, web service. So any number of time you can watch it. This particular access is lifetime access. So you can join one time and then you can take it. Okay. So this is very convenient to watch it and practice it. So because everything is like a Udemy or some other learning platform, right? So this will be very convenient to you, and anytime you can watch it, any number of time you can watch it, and you can practice it. Even you can no need to go for any other locations later. For example, after 1 year you want to learn, yes, everything will be there in one place, right? Just you need to have access. Okay, if you face any issues on the access, you can always reach out to me. I will have all your details, which batch you have studied and joined and everything, so email ID. So with that I will collect and then I will share with you, okay, all the details. But yeah, so this is what I'm going to give you. So any number of times you can watch it and you can have it. So that convenient method we are giving you. And yeah, so these are about the courses. Okay, and this is the account we are going to create, the Snowflake. Okay, Snowflake we are going to create, and you can create multiple worksheet. So worksheet is nothing but where we are going to work, and notebooks we can create, some notebook jobs we can create, and with SQL visualization and Python we can create. So while creating notebooks, jobs you can create. Streamlit for app development, dashboard you can create for BI, and folders you can create, and A and ML also. For example, I want to work with A and ML. You can go with A and ML here, and you can create some data. Okay, okay. I want to do some forecasting. Yes, with that structured data, you can do forecasting. And Cortex search is they will use all Snowflake data, and they have created this LLM, large language model. With that, it will go and do all the searches, okay, for customers. So that it will do. Analyst, we have the Cortex A agent also. So that will do. This is the Cortex analyst, Cortex search. We have it's booming up now. For that, the company started using the Snowflake. Okay, so this is the data we can create multiple databases. So I will explain how to create that database, like as I told, how to create a permanent database. Like whenever we are creating database, it will be permanent database only, tables and all this. So I'm going to explain, and this is what we are going to practice it. Okay, for example, I want to practice it. Go to project and create worksheet. So you can go to the particular worksheet. As I explained, everything will be there. You can go and check here. Okay, so you can check it. So you can practice it this way, and this is what we are going to have. Okay, like this you can do it. And so a lot of data are available. Sample data are also available. They have given in Snowflake. They have given that Snowflake sample data is one of this database, and this in this schema we have some tables. It has 1.3 billion records. Okay, so 1.3 billion records. So how it has taken, right? So this is what the 74 milliseconds it has executed. Okay, count. But if you are going for data also, it will execute. Okay, lot of you can use what is the warehouse we can use. This is the my first warehouse. I'm using medium size. Okay, but you can select what is the size you want. Compute warehouse is XS, and similarly you can create multiple warehouse, multiple accounts here. So that I will explain. So this is a snow site we have, and snow site is nothing but this is a web UI. So where we will practice all this. Okay, I want to create a task. Yes, you can create a task. You can do lot of analysis also. Okay, so project you can create. Okay, so you want to do, I want to do monitoring. Okay, so everything like monitoring is nothing but so queries you can do, and you want to know the conception. Okay, so how the you want to know that. Okay, so your account. So these are the query executed, so that you can check it here, and you have the cost management. So here you can check it. So most probably this cost management, user account, security, and everything will be handled by Snowflake admin team. Okay, how many warehouses we have, and so how it will be used, and what is the consumption and budget. We can put some resource monitoring as well. We can alert something. Okay, if I reach this much time, okay, so 85% of the resources I can alert it. So that alert mechanism I can create. But this is overall Snowflake Snow site. So from here only we are going to learn. Okay, so from here only we are going to learn, and so these are the content I'm going to take you. So I have given you the walkthrough. So what are the content you are going to see? And if you ask me the individual course content, so I will share that course content as well. Okay, so for you, so this is the course content, what I'm going to take, the day-wise content, and DBT also I'm going to cover. So don't worry on that DBT also. So it will be like, so how we can build a data transformation logic by using data build tool. So that I will take stored procedure as well. Okay, because if you are using in Snowflake native procedure, yes, we can use this stored procedure also. Okay, so these are the content I'm going to take. And if you ask me, so what is the architecture and everything, I can explain the architecture. But before that, I will take some questions you have asked me. And please provide me the coupon code. So coupon code I do not have. And what is the cost for this particular training? If you ask me, the training cost is 15,000. Okay, so I put it for this 15,000. Okay, we have, this is the uh, some of the questions. Okay, you can ask me. Every day you will get a Zoom link. You can join it from the Zoom link. This is the weekend training. As of now, I'm taking weekend, Saturday and Sunday, 7 p.m. IST to 9:30 p.m. IST. And based on the questions, it may go up to 10 p.m. also. Okay, this is like a weekend. If you miss any one weekend, you have to catch up by using recordings. Okay, so that way you can do. I will share all the notes, daily practice. Okay, I will give you that, and exercises, interview questions, and you will get quizzes also for certifications. If you are planning for certification, daily you have to prepare. And the daily sessions is for 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. It's for weekend. If you are planning for weekdays, so that will be 7 a.m. Okay, 7 a.m. So I will take that one later, but I'm giving you this heads up. But August month, I will start weekdays 7 a.m. or 7 p.m. So that it's based on my availability. I will announce it soon, and troubleshooting sessions I will have, and all the content, everything can you can access through nacitacademy.com. There I will post it. I explained right just now. System requirement also very minimal system requirement, but we are not going to install anything for Snowflake. So only on-prem databases for SQL learning we are going to do. And how do I install software? So software we are not going to install it. So because Snowflake account we are going to create it. Daily practices you have to complete, and you have to share with me that whatever you are completing. Okay. So level sessions I will conduct at the end. So there I will explain all this project level sessions. Okay. And so the course for this particular course is 15,000. Okay. I'm making that 15,000. So this is the course fee, and you can, so this 15,000 is worth for this particular training. Okay. So whatever we are learning. So I'm going to take this one for next 2 months or 3 months, right? So definitely you are going to, uh, you will get benefit. Okay. Are you going to cover, yeah, fee details as well? Yes. So can we get the recording session? Yes, always you will get recording. So day-wise recording, you will get it. So can you please show project level sessions? Yeah, project level sessions. That's what. So I will explain. Don't worry on that project level sessions. So project document and real-time document, I cannot share it because I want to give you that transparent. Okay, transparently, I have to explain that anyone, no one can share that project level documents or project level architecture. It's a compliance issue. You will be you'll be penalized for that. Okay, so I will be penalized for that. So I should not do it. Okay, so I already complained to that particular project, right? But I will share my knowledge with sample architecture. So that is more than enough. we can take architecture from snowflake.com as well. We have a lot of architectures are there. So how we will do in our real-time project? We are not going to share any real-time code or real-time project architecture. So please remember, no one can share. If anybody sharing, so that is violence. Okay, sorry, violations. So they should not do it because it's a complaints and they have already complained to the particular project, right? And everything. Okay. And please cover QA. Yes, definitely. I will cover the QA and every day I will cover the QA. So don't worry. So can I join offline? No. So there is no offline session. Only online sessions are there. Many people knows about me. I'm taking training session for last 10 years and you can watch my YouTube videos and get some confident and you can join the online training. Okay. So there is no offline training as of now. So what will be the level of fundamentals you will cover in Snowflake? So before Snowflake, what are the fundamentals will be covered? So I'm going to cover SQL. Okay, SQL, basic SQL, but I will give you SQL videos for Oracle. But whatever we are going to use in Snowflake, that daily basis. Okay, daily basis. How we will create a tables, how we will create a snow pipe, or how we will create the different tables, like different types of tables. So how are we going to create that time travel or all other options, right? So that I will explain day wise. Don't worry. So can I make payment in two installment? No, there is no installment. So you have to pay in one single installment because we are going to give you this LMS portal access, right? So I do have some prior experiences. If you have confident on me, yes, you can join that course, but you can do this card payment as well. Okay. So there is no installment payment. So dynamic tables will be covered. Yes, of course, dynamic. There are, I explained, right? There are 9 different tables we have. So that I will cover. Don't worry on that. So we have the types of tables here, right? So this particular tables, I will cover all this dynamic tables and everything because those concepts are newly covered, right? Newly we have dynamic tables, external tables, temporary tables, all these tables. So whenever you are creating any tables, these table kind will be automatically created. If you want to enable it, you can enable it. Okay. And are you going to cover the fee details? Yeah, fee details and coupon. I do not have any coupon. This is the so only payment. There is no negotiation because this Snowflake. So I checked most of the institute in Chennai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, everything. So I come up with this particular fees. Okay. You can check anywhere. So what is the knowledge of the trainer? So what is the experience of the trainer? So how they are explaining how much time they are taking. So what is that their knowledge? Okay. So how they will take everything you can take and how they are giving the content to you, day-wise content. So how convenient for you to rewatch those sessions. Everything you can check it and then you can take decisions. So there is no negotiation in the fee. Okay, because this is the final fee. Previously, I thought of making more, but this batch I made it like 15,000. But if you go to some institute, offline institute, so they are charging 50,000, 40,000, 30,000 also. You can check it. Some institute. Okay. Nowadays, job requirement demands strong in DBT plus Snowflake. Yes, that I will take. Okay, so because DPT I'm not going to cover completely. So if you want to take DPT alone, then I have to take separate session. This is for Snowflake data engineer role. If you have knowledge on any one ETL tool, then definitely DPT also you can. But I will take DPT. Don't worry. I will share your content there. You can check it how much I'm going to take. So that will help you. Data masking concept. Yes, I will cover. So I explained right. Data masking concept also I'm going to take. So here we have the data masking, data sampling, data sharing, data masking. Here we have data masking. So that I will take. And so DPT also, yes, I will definitely I'll cover. And weekday batch. So I will take weekday batch later next month. And yeah, these are the questions I have received now. So once join the course, can I access IACS course recording? No. IACS, how you will access IACS recording? So you whatever the courses you are joining, that course you will get access. Okay. So IACS course you will not get access. Um, Mock interview, yes, I will conduct the mock interview definitely once after completing all this. And so I'm very much interested for Snowflake and DBT. And what about weekend 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Oh, no, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Okay, because 10 p.m. only I'm going to take up to 10 p.m. only. 11 p.m. The people will not join because they'll get more, it will get late for them. So once you join the course, you will get access to the Snowflake course only, not for other courses. So how can I pay without any sorry, bank details I will share. Okay, so that I will take. So do you have any ADF topic? So no need of ADF. Why ADF you are talking about here, right? So ADF is separate thing. ADF, if you want to learn, you have to learn ADF only. Azure Data Factory. But here I will take Azure. Okay, so don't worry on that. So how to work with Azure? So that I will take. So ADF is Azure Data Factory. So that one session I cannot take it, right? So you need to learn complete ADF. So that is different. If somebody is taking ADF, so that they may be giving one small topic about ADF. So that I will cover it here itself. Azure Data Factory itself. Azure itself. So that I can give you. So I will join the weekend. So is it possible switch to daily batch after completing it? No, it is not possible because so join for weekend or weekdays you decide and then join it. Okay. In case some medical reasons or some cases, if you are not able to join, yeah, that time definitely I will consider. Okay. So don't worry on that. So, but don't focus now because if you have that mindset, you will not join correctly. Okay. But in case you get some urgency, some medical situation, you have to go somewhere or relocation, you are doing it, I will consider for next one batch. Okay. Next batch, next immediate batch, either it's a weekend or weekdays. So what can a fresher can do with this course? So fresher, I will not suggest for this because this is for only for experienced professional. Okay. I want to be very transparent because I do not want to get for the freshers. Okay. If I get all the details, so how the freshers will take. If you know the concept, Snowflake, what is that? If you're going for any interview, that is added advantage. But with that, if you're applying for Snowflake role, so freshers they will not take because they need to have some prior ETL knowledge, all this knowledge, right? They should have some experienced people only. But sometimes if you are going for some project, they are saying that you are explaining this concept. I know, yes, freshers, if you know this concept, they are going for Snowflake, they will take it. So Oracle to Snowflake migration is going to happen. Lot of projects are happening with Oracle to Snowflake or any other on-prem database to Snowflake migration. It's going up. A lot of projects are there. Migration project only, which I explained here, right? So a lot of projects are going on this migration. So for that, we should know a complete Snowflake concept. To learn Snowflake with IACS, this session is for Snowflake developer, not for IACS, right? Yes, exactly. This session is completely for Snowflake. Here, I will not explain IACS. IACS, I'm going to take, okay, one session. So I will show you how to read data from source system through IACS, how to load it to Snowflake. That I can give you because projects, they might be using that as well, right? So that is what. Can I get ALM access? I have taken PC and IACS. Can I get Snowflake ALM access? See, whatever the courses you are joining, so that course you will get the access. No other courses because if I give that way, then it will not be, I cannot maintain the platform. Okay. Is it possible to shift the timing? So weekend to weekdays? It is not possible because if I say that one, everyone they will expect me that okay, so somebody has joined now, then they will expect me to go back to weekdays. So weekdays, so tentative date only I have announced, but it is not confirmed. Okay, so go. So if you are confident on weekend, please join. And if you want to wait for weekdays, so please join in weekdays. Okay, so wait for weekdays and then join it because I'm going to take after 1 month only. So both weekdays and weekend courses is conducted by myself and yeah, you can take. So I'm from US. How can I transfer the money? So I will share those details, the how to enroll and how to do the payment and everything. And I'm working on this PLSQL developer. Can I show this experience in PLSQL experience with this Snowflake data engineer? Definitely, definitely. That's what I'm going to cover. Okay. If you are from other background, so don't worry, learn this course. Okay. This is what I explained, right? And I'm from non-IT or any other background. If you want to learn, definitely you can learn. Okay, so this will help you. Don't worry. And is it possible to switch the weekend batch timings? No, no, it's not possible. It is 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Okay. So weekend time as of now, it's a 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. If you are looking for any other timing, then please wait for some time. I will take. Okay. So weekdays, I planned now. So this 7 a.m. to 8:15 or 8:30. It's based on the question. It will go up to 8:30 as well. Okay. Weekdays, this is the session, but I'm going to start from August. Okay. So August only, this will be started. And so this will be like, this is a basic time I put. It's based on this one. And if you miss any one session, yes, two sessions, you can attend those sessions also. In any weekdays also, you can attend it, no issues. And you have strong knowledge in SQL and Python. I'm not having Python, I do not have any knowledge. So don't worry, Python video I will give it to you. Okay, I have all the videos in Python. So one of the trainers is taking that Python courses. Definitely that as well I will take. Okay, with IACS, the training is not required only for basic level. Yeah, this is with complete knowledge. So I do not want to repeat the same question again and again. So these are the topics I'm going to cover. Okay, so DPT is there already. Stored procedures is already there. Okay, SAD implementation. So this is mainly focusing on Snowflake data engineer role, and DPT I will cover. So like 4 to 5 hours. Okay, that's it. Because I cannot cover all this DPT because it's a separate one. So if I want to cover it, then I have to increase the number of hours, and I have to increase the charges as well. Okay. But anyhow, this knowledge is more than enough. So if you are from Informatica background or ETL background, so same knowledge we are going to apply here. Okay, it's an external tool where we will apply some transformation logic, right? No code and low code. So that I will give you. SQL and Python videos I'm going to give you. So don't worry, it's completely free. Okay, so completely free for entire SQL and Python video. I will give it to you. So I got one more questions. So will Snap Logic experience help in learning Snowflake? Yeah, definitely. So see, whatever you are coming from, okay, which technology you are coming from, so definitely it will help you. So don't worry on that. And with this Snowflake knowledge, along with the IACS knowledge, can we get a job? Yeah, definitely. Don't worry. That's what I explained right already. Getting the job, you do some research. Okay, you do some research. Go to this Naukri.com or LinkedIn. You check it. Okay, how many jobs they have posted. So all the jobs are like new jobs, right? Within 1 week or 1 month only. It's not like so. I do not want to tell you. So you do some research. So how they are taking Snowflake Python, Snowflake Data Engineer. They have given some email ID as well, right? You can go to this page and you can check it here. So how they are giving that job and everything. Snowflake developer Mindtree they are expecting two weeks ago, 5 to 10 years Hyderabad location, right? So like lot of companies are expecting everything is like for Snowflake developer only role. Okay. Some companies they will expect Snowflake with IACS. So that as well because IACS also they might be using. See here. Snowflake developer E0 level, it's Informatica is one of the skill set they are asking. Okay. So 1 week ago, they're expecting Python, data warehousing, SQL knowledge, all this. So you do some research on this and then you take a decision. Okay. So I do not want to convince more, but you take that. So can you give me basic difference about Snowflake and Databricks? Yeah, Snowflake definitely Snowflake as a software as a service, Databricks also as a software as a service, both are data analytics tool. They are the competitors actually. Okay, so Databricks also we are using. Databricks also can operate on AWS, Azure or GCP. Similar model how Snowflake is working. And Databricks also we can perform data analytics and ML project. Everything we can perform on Databricks also, right? So even in our real-time project, we have Databricks, we have Snowflake, both are there. Okay, so Databricks teams separately they are working on it, and Snowflake teams they are working on it. So we have. So how the PLSQL knowledge is helpful for Snowflake learning? Yes, PLSQL knowledge will helpful for this procedures. So how we are creating the Snowflake procedures and task and everything, right? So there it will be used. Oracle DBA background. I'm from Oracle DBA background. Is that course will be useful? Yeah, definitely. That's what you are from different background. You want to scale up yourself for this data analytics and AI and ML. So please go ahead with this learning. Okay. So this weekend course I have created for those who are working on weekdays, so they will not get time for weekdays to sit, and that's what this weekend. Okay. So as of now, weekend I put 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Later, so I may take after 1 or 2 months, I will take 7 a.m. also, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. also. So sorry, 10 p.m. 10 a.m. also. Okay, so that based on the requirement, based on how many students are asking. Okay, so that way. So I have taken Power Center and IACS self-paced recording, and whether I will get access for this ALM this access. No, so already Power Center and IACS it's coming with this portal, right? Portal access. You have everything. This Snowflake you will get here. So don't worry on that. Okay, so IACS and everything is there separately. And is there any self-paced course available for Snowflake? So as of now, no, it will be available after 3 months. Okay, so ETL Informatica QA and the Snowflake QA can become Snowflake data engineer with this course. Yes, you are from application developer or QA data engineer. Yes, you can go with Snowflake as well. Okay. So from any background, testing background or any background, you can go with this one. Okay, so if you have any other questions, so now you please raise your hand. So I will unmute and then I will take your question as well. Okay, so I'll answer all your questions. So I have received some persons already raised hand. I will, yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah,
Hi
hi
Chandra.
Chandra.
Yeah, please go ahead. Maybe one by
Hello.
one. Yeah,
Hello.
yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, like I see you have allotted one session for the DBT. So are we going to cover
Not one
complete
session.
DBT tool?
It's not one session. It's for the topic. I put it here. I will cover. Okay. So it's like 1 weekend. I will cover 6 hours.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So don't worry on that because I know Snowflake with DPT, lot of openings are there. Snowflake with IACS, lot of openings are there. Okay. So so that I should cover everything, right? So that's what I prepared these topics and I have created the course curriculum. Okay. That way. Yeah. Please go ahead. If you have any other
Hmm.
questions. Yes, Vinayak, you
I have
can go
one
ahead.
question, Chandra. Yeah.
Yeah.
Snowflake is built on the three cloud service provider, right? Azure, GCP, and AWS. Likewise, you told. Then internally, the data is being stored on their respective storage services, right?
Yes,
And
correct.
it is being fetched from those services to Snowflake Virtual Data Warehouse. Then why are we doing this? Like, if anyhow the data is being stored in their system, right? Then why we need Snowflake?
That's what. See, Snowflake, see, if you take Oracle database, okay, Oracle database, so they have the storage and computing within the same one, right? Same model we have. And how they will store the data, how they will store the data, whether it's on-prem or Oracle Cloud, right? So we have nowadays Oracle Cloud as well. So to store the data, I need to have the storage layer. It means I have to have the disk. The company has to put a disk and then they have to store. But Snowflake is a software as a service model. If you take Ola or Uber, okay, how they will operate. So whether they have any infrastructure, no, right? So they will integrate customers, the passengers, and they will integrate the taxi drivers. So Ola or Uber will not own any taxi, they will not maintain, they will not go for any insurance or anything, drivers or nothing, right? So everything will be taken care by drivers and the passengers will come to that and they will use the services and they will pay for that. For example, I want to go for 4 members, I can take 4 members, four-seater, or I want to go for 6 members premium deluxe and everything I can take in that way, right? So I want to go for some one day lease and everything I can take based on my requirement. I will tell, I will inform to these providers and they will assign you some resources, right? But they will not own the resources. Similarly, Snowflake also, they do not have storage. Okay. So what Snowflake will do, we have to create an account. So there we have to decide on top of which providers, okay, on top of which providers we are going to use the Snowflake. Either it's a GCP or AWS or Azure. So Snowflake first started with AWS. Okay, initially they have started with AWS and then Azure. Now they have started with Google Cloud also. Internally, they will use it. So we do not know. So how they will use it? They will use, if you take a Google Cloud, they will use Google Cloud Platform. Okay, for Google Cloud Storage, GCS bucket, they will use it for storage. If you are using AWS account, they will use S3 internally. So we may not know. So we will see that only the tables, database, schemas, and everything, right? But internally they will use it. They created the framework on top of these, okay? And Azure, they will create it. So similarly, how the Ola or Uber is using the drivers infrastructure, similarly, Snowflake, they created the platform. They are giving this particular data warehouse environment for us. Okay, this data warehouse environment for us. It will have multiple database we can create. It's a logical divisions. It can be a permanent or transient databases you can create. So within that, you can create multiple schemas. Again, it's a permanent or transient. Within that, you can create multiple tables here, different objects like a tables. You can create a task, you can create views, we can create like materialized view can create. So different object you can create. Okay. So this is what we know, but internally they will use it. While creating the account, we will choose that account based on our regions. For example, we are working in US North regions or US West region, US East regions. So where we need the data warehouse, so that particular location, which service providers, okay, AWS, we have the cloud data center, or Azure, we have the cloud data centers, or Google Cloud data center we have. So based on my location, source system and target system, I will choose my cloud platforms. Okay. So this is what we will use, but we may not know how they are storing the data. For example, if I'm going to take the take this particular query now, right? So I already executed this query. From where it is coming? From where this data is coming? So this data, since if I go to this admin, I can check my account details. Okay, on top of where I have created this account, right? So on top of AWS, I have created the account. Okay, it means whatever I'm going to store, that will get stored on AWS S3 bucket. So who will do that? Snowflake has created the framework. They will do it. So how we have Salesforce, how we have the Databricks. We have Databricks. They created Databricks on Azure Databricks. We have Google on top of GCP. We have Databricks on top of AWS. We have Databricks, right? So similarly here also. So I hope you got the details, right?
Yes, Chandra. Thank you.
But anyhow, don't worry. So I will explain everything in detail in the session. So because this session I cannot explain fully, so that concept I'll explain. Okay. Yeah. So if you have any other questions, please raise hand. I will unmute. Then you can ask your questions.
Able to hear me?
Yeah. Yeah. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Look, thank you, Chandra, for your this course. I mean, I have gone through of your SQL, PLSQL, and IICS. But my doubt is, so to learn Snowflake, do you have any prerequisite to understand some cloud technology? Because I'm not aware of all these cloud technology. I basically work for SQL, PLSQL, and Informatica. So how is it? Or I actually missed the first part. So how long is the duration for this course, and how we can cover
Yeah. So duration, it will be like 8 weekends, 8 to 10 weekends, 2 months to 2.5 months. It's a weekend session, right? So it will there. So I will cover all the concept. Don't worry on that. And if you ask me, do I need basic knowledge about AWS or GCP? Anyhow, I will teach you how to create AWS account, GCP account, and Azure account. So there we will create it and start using it. But while using these accounts, we have to be very careful. Okay. For example, AWS free tier account. In this free tier account, whatever the resources is, we can use it. So up to that threshold limit, we have to use. If you use more than the threshold limit, they will charge it. Okay, so that knowledge we should have. Anyhow, that knowledge I will share it with you. But if you are from SQL and Python background, basic Python, okay, so but strong SQL knowledge we needed, and the ETL knowledge also we need. So anyhow, you can watch my sessions. I will give you SQL and Python videos to start with. Okay, so you videos and notes also I will give it to you so that you can get it and then you can start learning. Okay, And if you ask me AWS, GCP, and Azure, so we will do it here, but one session. Okay, like I will create AWS account. So there we will create external stage and we'll create a snow pipe and we'll copy the data from external stage to internal. So how to do it by using put command. So all this we'll see snow CLI also, command line prompt also. I'll explain that. Okay. Before coming
Thank
to
you.
the scores, you should have strong knowledge in SQL and basic knowledge about Python. But I will give you the video also for these two. So I have that real-time project architecture as well. But due to time, I couldn't explain today. So I prepared everything. But anyhow, I will explain later. So this is the architecture of Snowflake, how the Snowflake will work, and so how we will have. So all this. These are the three different layers in Snowflake. So we have the storage, we have the query processing, we have the cloud services we have. Okay. And if you have any other questions, you can ask me. So I did not explain what is Snowflake, right? So because I thought of explaining Snowflake and where it will be used in the real-time project, right? So if you take in real-time project, so let me quickly explain, but I didn't explain you fully on the Snowflake architecture, how we will get. So this is like a file system. We may get the data from structured file, semi-structured file and unstructured file system as well. And we have data in the RDBMS also. We may have data in the RDBMS or we may have data in the cloud platform as well. So other cloud platforms, it may be like a CRM, customer relationship management. We can go for Salesforce or SAP HANA we have, or we have some other, you can have some reference data from Redshift or GCP or anything, right? So these are the competitors actually. If you ask me, so so we have already in AWS we have Redshift, in GCP we have the BigQuery, and Azure we have the Snaps, right? So how this Snowflake is differ from these providers? So that's what I explained already. Okay, if you have joined now, please watch my this recording is there in already YouTube also. You can check it and you will get clear idea. So what is it? So if you have data in file system, for example, you have the data in file system, like it may be like structured data. Structured data means you have data in CSV file format, structured, comma separated value file, tab separated value file, but this way, or semi-structured data. You have semi-structured data. You have JSON file, XML file, Avro file, Parquet file, and ORC file. These files of data, and you have unstructured data also. Unstructured data you might be getting from lot of devices, right? IoT devices, mobile devices. Lot of applications are there. YouTube, lot of applications, social media. We have a lot of applications are there. We may get images, audio file, video file, text file. All these files we have to get, and that should be used for AI and ML model, right? So it may be like a video, so video file. So we may have and audio file. So we may have audio file and image file. You have PDF. We have click streams. You have a lot of things we have. Okay, so those things we have to take it. These are the file systems, and these are the RDBMS. So RDBMS, Relational Database Management System. It may be on premises or cloud also. So like if you go, if you go to Teradata, we have the Vantage now. And if you go to Oracle, we have Oracle Cloud. And we may have on-prem databases like also. So we have the Oracle SQL Server. Yes, we may have OLTP systems on this, right? So online transactional processing. So we may have SQL Server, or we may have DB2. So we may have Teradata, Netezza. Okay, so Netezza here. So from all these data sources, we may get data and some cloud platforms also like Salesforce CRM. So we have the cloud platforms here. It's a cloud, right? It's a CRM, customer relationship management, and Oracle ERP. You may have data Oracle Cloud ERP we have, and we have SAP. SAP we have the HANA. It's one single database we have, and we can take data from SAP HANA also. Some similar kind we have a lot of SAP payroll information. Okay, employees data we have in the payroll, everything we can take. So that we have to move it into our Snowflake here, right? Snowflake here. So we have the Snowflake here. It's a processing layer. So processing, data acquisition and processing. This is data sources. So left hand side, whatever we have. So those are the data sources we have. And this is like a Snowflake data cloud, data AI cloud. So we have the Snowflake here, right? So here we are using Snowflake. So data AI cloud. So everything. It's not only for business analytics. We can do two kinds of projects here. So one is for business analytics. Even we can use IICS also here. So business intelligence, right? So business intelligence is nothing but BI. So whoever is like a PP, okay, intelligence, sorry. And we have the artificial intelligence also. So we have artificial intelligence as well. For BI, so we'll be using this data visualization tool. So we have the Snowflake dashboard as well. Okay, Snowflake dashboard also we can use. And so dashboard we can use dashboards, or we can use Power BI. So Power BI definitely we can use Power BI developer, or from Tableau developer you can use, or if you are from Google, then you can use Click also. You can use ClickView or ClickSense. We have the ClickSense nowadays, and we have the Looker from Google Cloud Platforms, and QuickSight from AWS, right? So we have the QuickSight, so from AWS. So these are the business intelligence we can use it. And for example, you want to go for AI here. So AI project is coming up nowadays. So nothing but artificial intelligence, right? So artificial intelligence. So we have this, sorry. So artificial intelligence also. So artificial intelligence where we will do this ML model here, right? So we can do this LLM, large language model, and ML model. So ML is nothing but we have the deep learning, NLP, and neural network, all this kind of models we can perform. So this one, and so this is nothing but to whom we are working for this. This is for business analytics. This is for data scientist. So we are working for the data scientist here. So we have the Cortex, right? So it's nothing but it's from so search we have Cortex search we have Cortex analyst we have. Okay, so these are the models already prepared on Snowflake. So that is intern. Okay, internally we can use Cortex analyst. So this way you can use. These are the things we have within the Snowflake itself. Okay, within the Snowflake itself, we can perform all this activity. So who will use data scientist? Okay, so here, so data scientist, we will use it here. So data scientist, we will use it here. Yes, we'll go for data science project as well. Okay, so we have a lot of medallion architecture, right? So raw data, we have to load it into this particular environment. It's nothing but raw data we are loading. So after that raw data, so this is nothing but, so what is the layer here? Raw data means it's a bronze layer, right? So we will load it. So this concept is there on all the cloud platforms. Like raw data, we load it into bronze, and then we will do the data cleansing as well. So cleansing, okay, so you do all the cleansing, data cleansing here. So that is nothing but it's a silver layer. Okay, we will do the silver layer here. So you do all the data cleansing here. So data cleansing means you can do data transformation logic by using DPT you can perform, or IACS you can do, or any other tool also you can do. ADF also you can use it. So it's like data cleansing, it's a silver layer. So we can say it's a silver layer, and then we have the other layers, gold layer, platinum layers, based on that how they are consuming the data. So this is data consumer. Okay, so this is a consumption layer. Okay, so data consumer here. So who is the consumer? So these are the consumer here, consumers. Data BI, business analyst, or artificial intelligence analyst. So here data acquisition. So here we are acquiring the data and data processing, and this is what we'll have. Okay, data storing and do that. So three different models we have here. It's nothing but data acquisition, data storing, and data processing. So this is what we'll do. So data acquisition, sorry, I cannot explain everything now. So just I will do acquisition here. So data, first we'll do the data acquisition, and then data store. So we'll do the data store here, data storage, and after that we will perform the data processing. Okay, so here we'll do the data processing also. All three we will perform in this particular layer. So data processing. Okay, so how we will do? So directly you can move the data. Okay, so directly we can create from here, and we can put this, use the put command. So we can create internal stage here. Okay, So we can create some internal stage, and this is the Snowflake core tables. So Snowflake core tables here we have, and we can create external stage also. External stage means you might be having a data in this S3 bucket also. So S3 bucket, for example, so we have AWS S3. You may have AWS S3 we can have, or we can have GCP. We have the GCS, Google Cloud Storage. It's a bucket storage, columnar storage, and we have Azure. So we have the ADLS. Okay, so like we have the blob storage, right? So we have the blob storage here. So all this we can do this ADLS. Okay, yeah, sorry. There's some questions. Recording will stop in 2 minutes. Re-invite, continue re-recording. Okay. Okay. So blob storage and yeah, that's fine. So this is like we have external storage. Okay. So we have, for example, here you can take like external. Okay. External, we are not going to use it internally. So that is external. So this is like internal. So internal, we have internal stage. We can, this is external storage. This is internal stage. Okay. So internal stage we can create in Snowflake, and you can create external stage as well. Okay, external stage we can create, and then we can use the commands, right? You can use some copy command, put command, you can put it here. So that's what normally we'll use it in the real-time project also after moving it. So you can use the copy to command to store the data into core tables. So there you can perform all these options. Okay, so you can perform, so copy to, so from this internal stage to this tables. So these are the core tables. So core tables in the sense tables, views, all this. So you can do core tables here. Okay. The core tables here and external stage. So the data is moving. So even you can use IaaS also. So Informatica Cloud, we can use it here. So Informatica Cloud. So we can do ADF also you can do. And this cloud will interact the data from all the sources. So even from video file, audio file, we can use file transfer task in IaaS. So that we can do, and you can move it into this internal store, or directly you can move it to core tables. So because this one we will perform ETL logic, so here we will perform ELT logic. Okay, ELT logic we will use, and there we will perform all this. So from here to here we will use copy command, and this is external stage. So we'll create. So this way also we'll do that. And so data movement we can do, and so instead of IaaS you can perform DPT also here. Okay, so you can use DPT also, you can do it. So here any other external tools, ADF also you can use it. So then it will be consumed by the business intelligence persons or this AI persons like data scientist. So whoever wants to use it, they can use it. So this is what we'll do. And after that, we'll go for model. So here we'll perform all the model inference. Okay. So model inference for this AI and ML models. Okay. So it's nothing but we will perform here. Model inference is nothing but we'll create UDF, user defined functions, or we'll create a stored procedure in Snowflake. Okay, stored procedure, so that we will do it here. Okay, and it will be like dashboards we can create. So all this we can perform. So you can use Python here, and all this language you can use it, and you can do a lot of whatever you want. So this is what complete data warehousing Snowflake. So Snowflake is nothing but it is a fully managed. Okay, it's a fully managed means Snowflake Corporation, they will take everything. Okay, it's a fully managed cloud-based data warehousing system. Okay, so cloud-based data warehouse. So what we are using for the Snowflake, it's for BI as well as AI. So both we are using. Okay, business intelligence like a business analytics we are going for, and all this we can use. Like here, if you take, so how we will perform this one. So raw data, you can use Snowpipe to load the data here. Okay, Snowpipe here. The branch layer, you can use Snowpipe. So here you can use Snowpark. Okay. So here you can use Snowpark in this layer, and ML also you can use it. So this is what overall architecture. So anyhow, this architecture I will explain later, but this is the overall architecture, how in real-time project will perform activities. So if you go to any banking or telecom, that particular project or migration project, so there are two types of project. One is business analytics project or AI analytics project, or we can go for some migration project. So both I will explain it, okay, clearly. And DPT, so I will explain the how to create a DPT model and DPT, how to do the DPT run also. So how to create a tables, views, and ETL logic in DPT, and how to run the model, okay, model hierarchy, everything I will explain here also. Okay, so this is the medallion architecture you have. It's a common for all the different platforms. Any questions? If you have any questions, please raise your hand, then ask your questions. So I
Hi,
hope,
sir.
yeah, yes, please go ahead.
I'm from data stage and Teradata background.
Mhm.
So my question, I have two questions here. My question here is, you told me that structured and unstructured data in Snowflakes. So while explaining, will you explain structured data, one and unstructured and semi-structured, all those things in Snowflake concept, or
Yeah,
only
yeah, yeah,
one
definitely.
thing?
Structured data, we are going to do CSV file, okay? Semi-structured data, we are going to perform with the JSON file, XML file, Parquet file, all the file system. And even unstructured data, we will use some video file, audio file. We'll keep it those files in the external stage. So external storage, from there we will move it to the Snowflake. So that as well I'll explain.
Okay. So what about the automation? So you will go
Automation in
for
the sense
third party
scheduling,
or
scheduling.
yeah, scheduling.
Both I'll explain. Okay. So like
Okay.
I will explain DPT with this what is the tool? Apache Airflow, and we have Snowflake with Snow task. So that I'll explain how to create Snow task, right? So mostly
Okay.
if they are not using the project, they are not using third-party scheduler, they will use a task itself. Okay, Snow task.
Okay. So my last question, sir. So since Databricks is also similar to Snowflakes,
Yeah, both are
I feel
like
like
similar.
yeah, Databricks still have Apache format, so it will handle a huge number of volume of data. So why do we use Snowflakes to study Snowflakes to skip
Yeah,
Databricks
so
in
in
future?
Databricks, you should know the PySpark, right? So definitely you need to know PySpark, and you need to know Spark SQL. So completely. But here, work with the Snowflake, no need to have any coding knowledge. Okay. So if you go to any project, right? So there will be Databricks project also, there will be Snowflake project also. Okay. Some project team, they will
But
use
you
Snowflake.
explain here is AI is there in both the things, right? So where they will train this AI in
That's what. See,
Snowflakes or
one
Databricks?
company, if they're using Snowflake, the other company, they might be using Databricks. Okay. Some company, they will use both. That's what I'm saying. See, it's not, they will not have one particular application, right? So if you take banking, there are a lot of data applications are there. Okay. Lot of applications are there. Lot of project teams are there. Under some VPs, they will decide, okay, we can go for this particular tool and this one. In our real-time project, even you can ask any real-time working professional, you can ask them, are they using Snowflake and Databricks in the same project, or Azure or GCP, AWS? You will get answer is yes. They will use it for AI and ML model for both Snowflake as well as this one. So they will compare it, which one they are getting less cost. Slowly they will move on to that particular tool as well. Which one is performing well? All this. They will do POCs also initially.
Okay.
So there are projects are running in our real time also. There are projects are there in Databricks. There are projects are running on Snowflake as well. Snowflake is for business intelligence as well as AI. Even Databricks also. Okay, same concept. We have both. But because of this decoupled architecture in Snowflake, the storage and cost, the compute is we can do scaling up or scaling down. And if it is not using, you can down it, and then uh, so that's what it will be auto suspend mode
Yes,
also. It will
we
have
can
in
maintain the
Snowflake.
costs effectively.
Yeah, that is what the companies are going for Snowflake. The cost effectiveness, you can ask anybody working in real-time project. So how the cost they are managing, and if they are from admin, they will give you more idea on this. Okay.
Okay. So using
So
data stage also, I can connect this external stage for
yeah,
Snowflakes,
yeah,
right?
you can do data stage also. Data stage is on-prem. Okay, so from IBM, right?
We
But
have Cloud Park, right?
so cloud connectivities are there in data stage to connect with the
Yes, yes, we
Snowflake.
have.
Yeah,
We
then
have Cloud Park also.
you can directly load it, because I don't have much idea about data stage. So because I worked completely on the Informatica Cloud. Okay, Informatica Cloud, we can directly create as data ingestion, streaming, everything we can perform. and we can directly load the data into this core tables, or we can do raw data into the tables, and then we can perform ETL logic either by Informatica or by Snowflake procedures. So that UDF or procedures we can perform here.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Hi, Chandra.
Yeah. Hi, Vijay. Yes.
Yeah, actually, in a real time, I noticed that majority code they're writing in a Visual Studio Code. Even they're creating some Jamil files, YML files, and publishing the code into the Git. Even Snowflake and dbt code also, they and ETL pipelines also they are creating. By any chance, uh, are you going to
Yeah.
cover?
Git integration I will show you here. Okay.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. So because CI/CD pipeline we need, right? So if you are going
Mm,
for any CI/CD pipeline, how to integrate with Git? So that
mhm.
I will show you. So Git repository we will create. So how to do the pull request, all this. So I will explain that. So because
Okay.
that we need, because that is what even we are using the Git only for version control. So
Mm,
there we will do whatever the development we are doing. So DDL or any other ETL code we are writing, we are creating a procedure, or even we are creating IACS forklifting the data from the source system to Snowflake. So those
mm.
codes we are using that Git as a version control tool. So that I will explain. Okay, we
No,
will do that
actually,
for sure.
code we
Bec-
are writing in a Visual Studio Code,
No, that I
but
cannot explain because each project they can use different tools. Okay, but everything I
I,
cannot
I,
explain here.
I, I agree. But is any possible how it is communicating Visual Studio Code,
No,
how it
no,
is communicating?
no.
Okay,
Here it is not
okay,
possible because so I don't have that setup here. Okay,
okay, okay. Got it.
because if you go to real-time project, so
Mhm,
each project based on their the domain, based on their compliance data governance policy, okay, based on their the how they have built this particular up the data warehouse and BA and A project everything, right? And based on the cost also and how they have created the framework. So everything is important. Cost effectiveness, they will go for some project, they will not think about the cost. Okay, they need the new technologies, they have to put all this, they have to go for modernizing all their platform. So some project they will go for, okay, so whatever the tool we have, use the tool effectively and use it. So it should be cost effective. So that's depends on the project team. But so here I will explain that CI/CD pipeline with Git integration. Okay, how we will export, import, pull request, everything. But that's Visual Studio I cannot explain here.
okay, got it. Sounds good. Thanks.
But if you go to real-time project, that those concept you can, they will give you, don't worry. So CI/CD pipeline also they will give you like 1 KT, right? One build if you complete deployment into production. So you will learn, okay, so complete. You will be having junior resources there or some experienced persons also will be there. You can get help from them because I I worked in different projects. So if I go to new project, that environment will be new for me, right? So how the process
Mm,
will vary. So that
mm.
functional architecture I have to learn. So
Yeah,
technically
yeah,
I'm good here. Snowflake or IACS or file system, AWS, everything I'm good. But functional knowledge, how the data is getting, source system, when they will get the data, so when the data will be available, who is using, who is the upstream, downstream, all this knowledge, if you go to the project, then only you can get it right.
yeah. Actually, currently I'm using those stuff, but
Okay,
my
okay. Yeah,
query
it will
is,
vary because
yeah,
each
yeah.
project will vary. So everything I cannot cover, but
Yeah.
CI/CD pipeline I will cover with
Mm.
the Apache Spark and DPT integration
Oh,
with the
okay,
this Git repository. Okay.
okay, good.
Hi Chandra, this is Surendra here.
Yeah, yes, Ren.
Yeah, just I have to know. I worked as a PLSQL developer, but I want to upgrade my skill. So this Snowflake is
Yeah, definitely you can upgrade because if you have already PLSQL knowledge, then learning this Snowflake is very easy. Okay, because here also we are performing data load only, right? So either you can use any other tool, ETL tool, you can use Informatica, or you can use DPT, or you can use Snowpipe to load the data, ELT logic you can perform within Snowflake also, but everything is like a data related project. You can quickly learn and you do some research. Okay, so go to LinkedIn and do some research. So what is the opportunity for the Snowflake developers? Okay, you do some research and get it clarified. And so nowadays, it's like everything AI is coming. So we have to upskill ourselves. So otherwise, we'll not be there in the market, definitely, including me also, I'm saying. So if I'm not upskilling myself,
Yes.
so I'll not be there in market. So that we have to be very careful. So since AI and ML is booming up nowadays, everywhere they are asking these cloud platforms only. Everybody, they will not take AI and ML developers, data scientists. For them, we need to give the data. Okay, as a Snowflake developer, we will give the data. Again, front-end applications also should be there, but they will create a model. They will give better user experience within that front-end applications. Nowadays, if you go to any Microsoft product, they are giving Copilot answers. It is answering, right? If you go to Google products, they are giving Gemini. So similarly, you can go for other. So AI is coming up for. So it should be integrated with front-end application also, right? So we have to work with all the teams, like front-end applications. So back-end, we are the data providers to the A and ML engineers. Okay, so that way it will be very helpful. You do some research. So how many jobs are there for this Snowflake developer? So based on that, you do some research and start learning from it there. Okay. Okay. I
Sure,
hope I have
Chandra.
answered all your questions. So we will stop it here. And if I enroll for this course, we'll be able to access updated course version of same course. Yeah, you will get, because mostly like this is what you will get, this batch only. So this batch you will get updated means after 1 year, 2 years, that I cannot give it, right. Okay, so you want upgrade. So do we have any advanced SQL query in this one? Will AI replace data engineer? Okay, so AI, how it will replace data engineer? So data engineer will give more data to AI developers, right? So AI needs data. So without data, how they will create a data model, everything? So that we definitely we should have, we should create pipeline and do. So mainframes, see if you take our real-time project, 15 years before they said mainframe will go away, right? 15 years before when I joined my company. But now still I go to some project as a data architect role. There we are using this one of the main sources coming from mainframe platform only. Okay, so that project is government project. So there we are using mainframe is the source completely. So AI cannot, they will say even some still some countries, Gulf countries or some countries still using Informatica Power Center. So if you have some friends, you can ask them. Informatica Power Center. They did not move to Informatica Cloud or any other cloud also because of their country's policy, their company's policy also. They should not move data to the cloud. So they will have all the data in the same on-prem only. So some companies are there. Okay. So you do some research. So I hope I have answered all your questions. If you have any other questions, how to join the training sessions and enrollment, so you can reach out to me on these numbers. So always I'll be available. You can ping me on WhatsApp, this number, or you can send email to this email ID. So I will help you out. So I will share the course content and everything. So next week, Saturday, we are going to start the first session. So those who want to join it, so please contact me and get it joined. And then you start learning. This 1 week you can use it and you start learning this Python as well as SQL. Okay, I will share that content as well. Start learning it. So thank you all. Then we'll stop it here, and definitely it's a more interactive sessions. But anyhow, we will have more interactive sessions in the coming weekends. And if you are planning for weekdays, yes, I will take the weekday sessions next month. Okay. So if you have any other questions, please reach out to me on this number. I will answer all your questions. Okay. Thank you all. We will stop it here. Thanks everyone. Thanks for your time.